Get it on, yeah. Yaga. You are now tuning in to the Yaga Movement Radio Cast every Saturday from 2 p.m. till 4 p.m. Arizona time, live and direct at radiophoenix.org. Yaga, let's get it on, yeah. Look, well, let's not stand on ceremony, man. Let's start the show. Where I begin is the end of trends. I play when the record spins. I play when the record spins. I play when the record spins. Yeah, fiction is not a fiction. I fix it with competence. It's cause a game in my thoughts with a pen and I'm going in. Yeah, I go back to a couple of levels. I'm an activist for the love of rap and hip hop. I've always been an activist. Going broke for $1 wouldn't make a lot of sense. What you want is costing you if your worth is such an expense. Now 6 days and 7 nights and 7 ends. I accomplished every moment and put all the effort in. Independent every possibility. The agility rushes me. I feel the blood from every peak of my entity. Fire it up and see what happens. As soon as you give me confirmation, I'm on that something like magic when it happens. I'm tragic, I make a status, and I'm sticking with action more century because I stand out from the xenogeography.
Until next week. Yeah. All right. We are back in the building. We got some people out there saying what's up. Big shout out. Big shout out. We are back in the building, y'all. We are back in the building. What can I say? Welcome back. Oh. Make sure that I'm good right here. Oh Lord. Okay, so ad break disable. Okay, we're gonna disable that. That's all good. It's all good. All right. We are back again. See, I told you already, man. Facebook, Instagram, they always get on us for playing people's music left and right. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it's all good. It is what it is, but we're gonna keep on continue the movement. Yes, indeed. You already know how we do. We live right now. We are live right now. All right. Yes. Oh. All right. We gotta cut the music off for a minute, man. You already know how we do, man. We're gonna keep it clean for y'all real quick. Keep it clean for y'all. Okay. Oh. Connection out of intellect, now read through my telepathy. Passing a segment to you, not be afraid to pass it to your children and your family and your friends of all status. Gotta have that effort to do what nobody had that test and stand against the xenogeography. I'm trying to go. Okay, there you go. Okay, that's what I was looking for. All right. Is my little logo at? Yeah, all right, yeah. We're back. We are back again. Yes. Yes, indeed. We are back again, y'all. Yes. Y'all stay tuned. Yes, indeed. All right, I'm back. I am back. I don't know what you're doing. It's Algeria right there. Algeria. African nation of the day today. We're going to keep on continuing the African nation, y'all.
Welcome to the geography of Algeria.
Algeria is an Arab country in North Africa. It has a Mediterranean Sea coastline
All right.
and Niger to the southeast. Algeria is Africa's second largest country, covering an area of nearly 2.5 million square miles. Algeria's indigenous Berber people has been under foreign rule.
I'm sitting there, I'm still dancing.
For the last 3,000 years. Algeria was a colony of France.
What you're looking for? I'm looking. What? Welcome back. I don't know what's going on right here, man. I don't know what's going on right here, but we're gonna stop this real quick. We're gonna make sure we share with y'all real quick, man. Hey, all y'all, my friends out there, my good, beautiful friends. Oh yeah, y'all can come and join us today. Hey.
You are now tuning in to the Yaga Movement Radio Cast every Saturday.
All right, man. I got thousands of people here. We got to share this. Oh my God.
Let's get it on. Yeah.
Reggae time. Reggae time. Reggae time. Reggae time. It's reggae time. Woo! Reggae time. It's reggae time. Oh, it's reggae time. Stand up for the street. Stand up for your street. Oh my gosh. All right. You already know how we do. We got some music going on right now. Yes, indeed. Oh man. Okay, so we're gonna be a little serious today. Right now, we're gonna be serious on this segment because I like to bring some awareness, to this issue. Pretty much, it's very disturbing, very concerning, and for those out there who probably don't know what is going on outside their bubble, it's time for us to bring this awareness. All the protests is not going to work, but if we can use our mind, our common sense, and also make sure that whoever we elect in the position of power can be able to serve us as well, and not just sitting there and not doing nothing right, or not, showing love, or not showing love pretty much, but showing fairness, I should say. Fairness. Because that's what it is right now. It's the fairness of things right now. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're live right here, right now. We are live over here too. And we are live here too. Are we live here too? Reggae time. It's reggae time. Stand up for your city. Okay, all right, I gotta stand up. I do apologize because I have to do this, but anyway, there you go right there. There you go right there. There you go. There you go. You guys can. This is the second part right there, man. All right. So now I am I good right there? Am I good like this? Okay, all right. This is good right there. This is good. All right. This is good. What up? Can we flip it up like this? It's the second one. It's the second one. It's reggae time. Reggae time. Reggae time. All right, so I can make sure that you guys can see me properly right now. Okay, so I'm good right now. I'm good. I am good. Okay, I am good. It's reggae time. Reggae time. Reggae time. I think I need to get that Oh. Okay. Oh. 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 Here we go. Oh. Mr. Clean B. What can I say? You know what I mean. Everybody wanna do it. Here we go. Here we go. And you know what I mean. Yaga yaga all day. Every day we don't play. Let play away. Yaga yaga yaga. Oh, let me stop right now. Let me stop right now. You already know, man, Mr. Clean B. Live and direct. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Man, we just heard some good music earlier, man. Big up to, most definitely to Revolution. Yes, indeed. Dulce featuring Eloy and DDB. And we also played some Mary J. Blige featuring Dave East, Rent Money. And we got some Gio, Boom Pop, most definitely. And lastly, the great Emmanuel, the Togolese, Reggae Time, most definitely, man. You already know how we do. Mr. Clean B, back on the scene one more time again. I told you earlier that I was going to talk about this issue that has been bothering me for some few days right now. And I just wanted to, first of all, express my prayers and condolences to the Ibrahim family, most definitely. And if you are listening to me right now, if you are following me right now, listening to me live, whether via radiophoenix.org, where the Valley comes to talk, sing, and connect, and also simulcasting on Radio Phoenix Jazz, soon to be on 90.7 FM in the East Valley, and Radio Phoenix Indy. I would like for y'all to please press the hashtag Justice for Zachariah. Justice for Zachariah. If you listen to me right now and you do care about your society, you do care about your community, please press Justice for Zachariah. Hashtag Justice for Zachariah. And I want to bring this issue because, you know, for those, first of all, I want to give a shout for those out there who work in the healthcare department, direct support professionals, caregivers, doctors, nurses, CNAs out there, those out there who are caring for those in need, for underprivileged children, underprivileged senior citizens, underprivileged men and women out there. You know, those out there who take care of the men and women who are in need, who are facing not just physical challenges, but also mental challenges. So big up to you, those out there who are doing the great job and, you know, pretty much putting your life on the line just to protect someone else. And, you know, I want to give a big shout also to Sister Lydia. She's not here today. She's out there making her money. But she brought this issue to me in that really, you know, bothered me until right now, until I have to come and express this. And I'm pretty sure after the show, I will still be bothered by that. And before I even start going through my segment, I would like to advise everybody out there, if you live in Arizona or if you're outside Arizona, please pay attention to your constituent. Pay attention to your local constituent, your local republic, your local congressmen, your local senators, your governors, your state attorneys. Just pay attention to those out there who are in the position of power that are supposed to represent you. Because it seems that lately we have been seeing folks who either are not qualified or are using their position of power to either oppress others or eradicate other people's lives out there. Now, for those out there who work in the medical field, who are caregivers, you know what I'm talking about, because this is close to me. This is close to those out there that I know dearly, most definitely. Now, this brother by the name of Zachariah Ibrahim, you know, was shot and killed by the Pima County Sheriffs on March the 12th of this year. March 12th of 2022 of this year. Zachariah Ibrahim was shot and killed by the Pima County sheriffs. Now it states that the Pima County sheriff had prior contact before with Zachariah. The night before he was killed, Zachariah had called 911 on himself, reaching out for help. The crisis response team was never sent out to respond to his help. Only the officers came to his help. Only the officers, okay? Not only that, but on that night before Zachariah's murder, the sheriffs were callously taunting the young man. When the sheriff arrived, the family requested an interpreter since the parents only spoke Arabic. They were never given one. Y'all hear me, right? When the officers arrived on the scene, the parents requested someone to interpret, to pretty much translate, a translator. So the translator can be able to help the family and the officer at that time of crisis. But that never occurred. Now this child murder should never have happened at all. The institution of the police and the criminal legal system are fundamentally unable to deal with problems we face, economic, mental, social, or otherwise. Zachariah Ibrahim knew he was in crisis and wanted help. Instead, the police took his life. The vast majority of police training is focused on shooting and presuming everyone around them is a threat. We demand accountability, we demand restitution, we demand abolition. Rest in heaven, Zachariah Ibrahim, and to the Ibrahim family. I read this story, man. I was very bothered by that. I was crying for a minute because this story has happened to me plenty of time, not just in that circumstance, but me on the other side. And I was actually sharing this with somebody that a few weeks ago, and this field, because, besides me doing, broadcasting, anything like this, I'm also part of the medical field. I'm also part of the medical health team. A caregiver, CNN, all that thing that you want to call it. So I do serve the community outside, radio things outside what I'm doing. And I can tell y'all, from my experience, that, this is not a strange thing that happens. This is a common thing that happens, and especially if you work in a group home, if you work in a medical field, you will face individuals, men and women, underprivileged kids, folks with mental challenges who will go through crises like that. This young man just called for help. Ibrahim Zachariah called for help. Call for help. Call for help so someone can come and help him through his crisis. Someone can come and help him because he's going through some mental challenges. But instead of the crisis team to arrive, of course, what really bothers me is the fact that whenever people face some type of crisis, if someone doesn't pull out a gun, if someone is not endangering somebody else, and it's something that can be dealt with, whether it is a mental issue or it is a domestic issue. But we are focusing on the mental issue right now. Why do we always have to call an officer or cop when someone is going through some mental crisis? This brother just called the cop on him. Maybe he didn't mean to call the cops. He called for help. He called for help. If you work in the medical field, if you work in a medical institution, a status quo, you know what servicing a human being means. And we all are aware that if you call a police officer, not to say that any officers do not respect any human life. But let's all be mindful that whenever you call someone that's screaming, that's going through some type of crisis, and an officer who doesn't understand the circumstances arrives into the scene, automatically they're going to think that this is a endangerment situation right now. This brother just called some help and the police showed up. Now, to me, if you ask me if a cop showed up, what can they do? The first thing they can do is ask the situation, right? Ask the situation. Ask, hey, if anyone's in danger. Because me as a caregiver and anyone out there who practice caregiver who works at CNA, whenever you face any type of circumstances, they will ask you, are you in danger or is the person in danger? If those situations are not in display, then why pull up a gun on someone who doesn't show any threats? Why shoot somebody who's mentally incapable of expressing their feelings? Why? Like, when will that change? A few days ago, I was working, and I have the same circumstances, but mine was different. By the blessing of God, no officers didn't show up. But everybody was tainted to call the police officer on me and the individual that I was with. All because, of course, we live in America, so it's a African American person on top of of someone from a different race. So that might show some type of danger, right? But I kept expressing those folks who kept walking by. Don't call the police. Don't call the police. Call a crisis team. Call a mental hospital team that can come and help me out. Don't call the police. You don't have to call an officer, because this is not an officer's matter. Nobody's in danger. Yes, I got script in my face. Yes, I'm bleeding, but I am not in danger. If someone understood that philosophy, that status quo coming from someone who's assisting another individual, maybe we have some common sense in our society. Maybe we have some laws to teach anybody out there about certain individuals who are going through certain circumstances, right? Now, everybody else was trying to call the police until that individual got ill, got sick. And when it was time for help, no one seems to be calling, now the officer, for the help now. Not even 911. Now, I understand people out there don't understand the concern of mental illness, mental challenges. When I was just, on my first hour, I was just talking about the Kanye West issue, the Kanye West dilemma. How folks kept being focused on how this man just go on social media and literally just start thinking about his private life. Not understanding why this man is using his platform to degrade himself, to disrespect his family, to disrespect his platform. Because no normal human beings will ever do that. Brother Zachariah Ibrahim should have been here today with us today. If those officers understood his circumstances, if these officers understood what he was going through, even though they have numerous encounters with his brother, and still they have to take his life away, it's a change that we need to bring into some type of bill for those out there who don't understand what I'm saying right now. Just like it takes 1 second, 1 day to be a refugee. It may take 1 second, 1 day to be incapable physically, to be in a mental institution real quick. It's a life change for all of us, man. And what bugs me is the simple fact that even me being in this field, even me servicing in that field, I feel that folks do not understand the problem when it comes to mental illness, mental challenges. Because folks are so quick to judge somebody else out there. Folks are so quick to judge somebody because they do not understand what that person is going through. This young man called the cops just to get some help. Not only the police, but he just called the crisis, and somehow the crisis wasn't available, and the sheriff showed up. And that showed up not even understanding his family, not understanding him, but pretty much proceeding with their practice. Which I'm not going to be here and telling y'all to reform the police and this and that, because that is something that needs to be dealt with the folks that we are voting in power, with the people that we are electing in the position of power. And this has nothing to do with Kamala Harris, Joe Biden. This is a local issue. From Tucson to Phoenix to Flagstaff to Los Angeles to New York to Rockville, Maryland, to New Orleans, to every cities out there who are going through some type of injustice when it comes to policing out here. When it comes to funding some rights, some accountability. Because it seems like folks can jump in a position of power and literally can just oppress somebody, can abuse another human being and run away with it. Just like that general attorney in Florida who almost was washing away the Omar Arbery case because she was messing around with one of the murderous guys. Because everybody seems to be in bed with each other, right? But that issue, that problem, that topic that I'm talking about is not even being broadcasted on the news media. It's not even being broadcasted in your local channels or even on your social media, except for folks out there who know what's really going on. I mean, we can worry about a war, we can be worried about anything that's outside our house, but let's worry about what's inside our house. Let's worry about the injustice that we face every single day. For the underprivileged who don't get the justice that they need to get. For those in the position of power who use their power to oppress those out there because they feel the need of oppressing those out there. Because that right there, that act was an act of oppression. That act was an act of ignorance. And someone needs to be held accountable for that. Because what it tells me is someone can be in that status quo and kill somebody and not being held accountable for their actions, right? You can't lie on somebody. You can't lie on an individual and still will not be held accountable. You can kill somebody and no one knows who did the crime because you got the badge behind you, right? You can invade somebody's house, kick somebody's door, shoot everybody in the house and come back and just say, oh, well, we just fear for our livelihood, so we have to kick the door and just shoot everybody like we're at war, right? This young man was 17 years old, man. 17 years old. 17. Had a life ahead of him. But somehow, the misunderstanding, the miscommunication got waved away because whoever came into the scene, they have to do their job. They have to shoot first and ask questions later. And even those questions are not being answered. And it's a concern for those out there who work in this type of field. For those out there who work in the medical field, they have to be dealing with individuals who are facing mental challenges every single day. Every single day. We got caregivers out there who have to face those circumstances every single day. We got families out there who reject their family members because of mental illness. leave their families to the states, leave their loved ones, to the government because they cannot handle the mental challenges that their loved ones are facing. But yet again, we are quick to call the police for anything. For anything. You're fighting with your wife, call the cops. You're breaking a class, call the cops. You're cussing somebody on the streets, call the cops. Someone is going through some mental challenges, they don't know what's going on. Like I'm on the street seeing all those folks out there, and I know half of them are not homeless. Half of them did not choose to be on the street to ask for money. But nobody seems to care about that because, oh my gosh, they chose to live that life. Oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, he must be crazy. Oh, let's get out of here. All of this ignorance that comes out of certain people's mouth, y'all. But this is on the news because we have a 17-year-old young man, and maybe he's coming from a different region, or maybe he speaks a different language, or maybe he's an immigrant, or maybe his life does not matter, right? Because somehow he called the cops on himself, so he must be a danger to himself and to everyone around him. So we have to take his life away. Is that justice? Is that justice, ladies and gentlemen? Is this justice that we all swear in the Bible? Is that real justice? Because I can tell you that I almost got in trouble with circumstances like this. I know a couple of my peers out there in this field who have been in circumstances like this. And as a black man, as an African man, as an African American, and I have to say African American because that's African and American, I have to be questioned because of my job status, or I have to be questioned because they don't understand what is going on. And for those out there who are quick to jump on conclusions, or be too judgmental about folks who are going through some type of crisis, open your eyes, man. If you vote, please do me a favor, vote. Please do me a favor. Vote for common sense. Vote for righteousness. Vote for what's going to save lives. Because what just happened to Zachariah Ibrahim can happen to anybody. Anybody, man. It can happen to you. It can happen to your family. It doesn't have to be a mental challenge. We have Anthony Brunson who lost his life in Los Angeles in 2020 before the George Floyd incident in the hands of the authority. Take them 2 years for them to find justice. We got folks out there who are losing their lives that no one talks about. People are putting all their problems under the rug because they don't matter to the public, they don't matter to society. So let's just do what we need to do to protect ourselves so we can keep those minions on the bottom, those peasants on the bottom, those immigrants on the bottom, those poor people on the bottom, or those minorities on the bottom because they don't matter. If it's not blonde hair, blue eyes, it doesn't matter. If it's not some type of refugee that from Ukraine, it doesn't matter. Because we have some refugees from Haiti that almost crossed the Texas border, and people have whoops and horses trying to chase them away. But when it comes to someone that's going through some type of mental challenge, it doesn't matter if they get some type of help, right? Because somehow everyone are so quick to call the police. Because the police are coming to rescue someone who's going through some type of mental challenge, some type of mental issue, right? Common sense is necessary, man. If this happened to Zachariah Ibrahim, it can happen to me, it can happen to you, it can happen to the next door neighbor. Let's pay attention to what's going on. This young man lost his life in the hands of the authority, and no one is accountable for that. Where is the accountability? Where is the justice? Where is the justice for Zachariah Ibrahim? Where's the justice for those out there just like him who lost their lives in that predicament, man? Where is it? Justice for all, right? Justice for all. We'll be right back. Yaga.
This is Diva D here at RadioPhoenix.org. Coming to you here in Phoenix, Arizona. We waiting for our sunshine to come back because it is cold here. And also I would like to let my listening audience know this is a very holy season. It's called Yami Ha. I know you never heard that, but honey, you heard it on the Yag movement here with my brother, Iron Fox. Yes.
You know,
Oh man, my bad. Oh man. Woo! Man, I want to apologize. Man, it's you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, man. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? We gotta have some common sense, man. We gotta have some common sense. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have some common sense. Hey, yo, Stan, what it do? AJ, what it do? Captain Black, Shinamo, what it do? What it do, everybody, man? What it do, man? Bless everybody, man. Bless up. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to our band right now. I have to lower down the music because of copyright, so I do apologize. But if you please go and support the music via RadioPhoenix.org, where the value comes to talk, sing, and connect. And also, you know, just, just support the artists that we are playing via Radio Phoenix. And big shout out to Digital Media, most definitely. Big shout out to New Empire Network, yes indeed. New Empire Network, big shout out. Yes indeed. So shout out to New Empire Big Network. So, and yes indeed, we'll be simulcasting on Radio Phoenix Jazz, soon to be on 90.7. So if you have a 90.7 FM, if you still got your FM or your Spotify or whatever you got on your phone, because I know now that you have people got all those little Bluetooth, Spotify and all that stuff where you can catch people's FM left and right. Well, you can catch us on that most definitely. So, man, shout out to everybody out there joining me today, man. Shout out to everybody out there joining me today. I just forgot people were joining me today. Bless everybody out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an angry guy, okay? I'm not an angry black man, okay? I just believe in common sense. I believe in what's right. I believe in what's righteous. I believe in what's fair, because I believe fairness brings the word into a compromise. You know what I'm saying? If you bring fairness, it brings the word into a compromise. And you know what I'm saying? And it's a shame that certain news media out there are not voicing that subject, that segment. And I want to give a big shout out to everybody out there working in group homes, caregivers, CNAs out there, folks out there who are doing big things. You know what I'm saying? Who are protecting, the rights of other individuals so they won't be violated, being abused. You know what I'm saying? Things like this. You know what I'm saying? So, big up to everybody out there who are doing rights by others. But we are going to switch up a little bit, man, because I'm going to talk about relationship, in a nice way. I know it's spring season. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out for everybody out there who are seeking for love. God bless you. Look for love. Love is divine. For those out there who are into a relationship, God bless you too. Make sure your relationship is sacred. You know what I'm saying? Divine, and always compromise with the other. Never ever let your relationship be a temporarily notice. Okay, like a notice of temporary notice. When you come, when people want to evict you, put a notice of eviction. Do not let your relationship look like that, like an eviction notice. Okay, longevity is necessary, y'all. So I want to bring patience into relationship because I know I have. And please don't worry. Next week again, I will bring the Zachariah Ibrahim, and for the Ibrahim family, if you are listening to me, if you're watching me right now, God bless you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for allowing me to bring that to the forefront, and we are going to keep on pushing for justice for Zachariah Ibrahim, justice for Zachariah Ibrahim, and I would love to have you on my show. I would love to invite you for us to talk about this, this issue, but also to bring awareness to that, problematic concern that I brought to the forefront to everybody out there. So I want to say thank you for allowing me to bring this to my peers out there. Thank you for allowing me to talk about this via the radio station. And for those out there, please help those in need, help those who are asking for assistance. Do not judge one another. You know what I'm saying? Be out there for the mercy for others, and just hug somebody out there. Tell somebody that you love them, okay? Just be out there and just show some love, okay? That's all it is, man. Show some love. You already know how we do. You know what I'm saying? Yaga yaga. Yeah, been that Africa tree, Africa queen, is all yourself. Africa queen, live out of yourself, y'all. Yeah, we are not done yet. We are not done yet. Yes, indeed. Big up to Becky, Slow-Mo, and Masenga, African Queen. Yes, indeed. Now, before I go, I wanted to share some little relationship advice. Because, I'm not a relationship guru. I don't have my certification. But I do believe in relationship experience. So I just want to bring to everybody out there the attention of relationship patience, to be patient in your relationship, to gravitate on the patience into your relationship, and not to take things for granted. To always work to difficulties, to always work toward resolutions. Everybody got issues. We all can express difficulty. We all can express issues, but resolutions is necessary in a relationship. And I got 5 good advice to give y'all to be patient into your relationship, to be patient to your significant other. And the one thing that I would like to bring to y'all is stop and breathe. I know it sounds cliche. Stop and breathe because, to stop is to think, breathe is to exhale. Inhale, exhale. Because you always want to breathe in and breathe out whenever you go into some type of crisis, critical, whenever you're facing some type of critical issue into a relationship or some critical love. Just stop and breathe for a minute. Stop just to think, analyze, but breathe just to exhale. Inhale, exhale, right? Now, stay away from any tantrum that will, affect your relationship. And that's number 2 that I'm sharing. And tantrum that will, pretty much, mess around with your relationship. Pretty much tantrum could be friends, gossip. Folks out there who listen to their friends, stop listening to your friends, okay? Focus on your significant other right there. That's all you got to do. If you do that, trust me, their passion will be grandiose indeed. Now, the third one is quit the idea of changing them. Quit the idea of changing your significant others. Quit the idea of changing your relationship into your likeness. Compromise with what you have. If you love someone with a, ladies, if you like a man with a big belly, you know what I'm saying, instead of changing his belly, you can compromise with it by offering something, but trying to force someone to change his belly while it's Big Papa's belly, no, you cannot do that. And fellas, you cannot change a woman's mind, okay? You cannot do that. You can compromise as you grow with your love into the relationship, y'all. Now, this is my favorite one. Don't take anything for granted. Don't take your relationship for granted. Don't take your significant others for granted. Don't take love for granted. Because a lot of us seem to be so comfortable into our relationship zone to the point that we lose sight of the future. We lose sight of the goals of the next 5 years, the next 10 years, the next 20 years. Just don't take things for granted. Don't ever feel comfortable. My advice to that is don't feel comfortable into your relationship. If you are too comfortable, then trust me, you're gonna break up the next 2 hours. Trust me about that. Number 5, give love, give space to love. Give your partner some space. Give love some space. Fellas, if your wife wants to go out to the club with her girlfriends, let her go out, as long as she comes home to you. Ladies, if your husband, your man wants to go out chill with his dudes, with his homie, and have a little glass of wine, let him do it. Give space to each other, because every time you guys are seeing each other, it's like a war. Whenever you guys are away from each other, and whenever you're away and you're missing one another, trust me, you're going to see each other's text talk about, I miss you, honey. What can I do? Can I come home? I want to come home right now, honey. Let me come home. I want to give you all that good loving. Yes. That's what I got to say to y'all right now. That's what I got to say, to be patient and to your relationship. Before I go, I want to say thank you for everybody out there for showing love, for showing support, and also for joining me to this live broadcasting via RadioPhoenix.org, where the Valley comes to talk and sing and connect. And bless everybody out there. Be careful out there. Be safe out there. And before I leave, I would like to please, if you watch this video, if you listen to me, put a hashtag on Justice for Zakaria Ibrahim. Justice for Zakaria Ibrahim. Justice for Zakaria Ibrahim. Justice for Zakaria Ibrahim. And let's make accountability into a bill. Pay attention to your local constituents out there. Pay attention to those out there who are telling you one thing and do something else. Pay attention to your local politics. I gotta go. Brother Trey is next. I love y'all. I'll see you next Saturday. Yaga, yaga, yaga. And happy pre-spring. Stay warm, y'all. Yaga, yaga. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Radio Phoenix is financially
Yeah, man.
Westside Jazz and Blues.
Yes.
Northeast
We out of here.
Avenue in
Thank you very much.
Glendale, Arizona. Performers include Big Pete Pearson, Beth Lederman, The Sugar Thieves, and Charles Blues. WestsideBlues.com. Also on Facebook. Hashtag Westside Jazz and Blues.
You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Man, bless. Love y'all. Love you. Love you out there. Love you very much. Yes, indeed. We out of here.
Global musical
Thank you.
Museum. And the MIM Music Theater at Tatum and Mayo Boulevards in Phoenix. MIM.org.
Yes.
America, your children have an amazing superpower. They can help save lives by not having play dates. That's right. By replacing get-togethers with virtual play dates and video chats, they can help slow the evil spread of germs. And if your superheroes do go outside, make sure they continue their superhero wing by staying